Hi, my name is Michael Bussewitz-Quarm. I am a choral composer and an orchestral composer. I've been writing music for I'd say about 20 years now. I started writing music when I was teaching sixth grade chorus at the South Huntington School District. I wrote music for my kids there. And I've always had a passion for creating music. We would have a current topic, a current event going on. This was back when I was teaching about 13, 14 years ago. And we would come up with some song from that, sometimes even with the kids coming up with the lyrics or helping me create the lyrics, and then we put it to music. And I've always just had so much inside that I wanted to get out. And a lot of times the way that I kind of work through things that happen in my life or things that happen in the life in the world around us, I do it through music. It's not always instantaneous. There's not always a song for everything right away, right? Sometimes it takes a while for these songs to come about. But I think we've all been struck by the stories and the images that we've seen with refugees, especially from Syria, that have been traveling across the Mediterranean, and they don't all make it. You know, they lose their lives in these boats. Sometimes these boats are filled way over capacity. Sadly, there's also, you know, the person that takes the money and puts these refugees on these boats, then sets them out to sea and doesn't even stay on board, just sets them out to sea, and they're often without navigational ability or anything like that, and they have to be rescued. And of course, one of the saddest images was when there was pictures of a child who lost their life washed up on the beach. And then we saw another image of a child who was kind of shell-shocked with the explosions, had blood on their face. It's just terrible. It's just terrible. And to know that the numbers are 28 million, that there are 28 million refugees in the world, child refugees, it really is a crisis. And so I wanted to do something to make a difference. I wanted to kind of tell at least one story. Every single one of those children, all 28 million of them, have a name. And that's what drew me to this poem in particular, was that this girl, Lamia, she wrote this when she was 9 years old, and she was living in a cardboard shack by the riverside with her family. She had lost her home, she had lost her village, and she wanted to just belong in the school that she was that she was currently attending. And she was called, instead of by her name, she was called Refugee. She was classified. She was classified as different. She was made to feel different. And I think that that really struck a chord in me about the idea of, you know, a child that wants to just live a normal life and have normal friends would not only lose their home and lose their village, but then would relocate, and the people that lived there did not understand them. They didn't understand, you know, so she became, you know, she became refugee, you know, and so she was probably treated differently than the other kids. She was treated differently by the other kids, and all she wanted to do was just belong.